What's up, Knicks Nation? It's a tough go last night. Knicks lost 109-101. Now they're down 3-1 in this series. And last night was a tough game. I just feel like the Knicks never came out with it, never brought a punch, never turned up the intensity to a level that was needed to overtake this game. I feel like the Heat outplayed them last night. The Heat outplayed them all series, right? My keys for the game, I should say, last night were to take care of the ball, move the ball, and get some threes off, and to win the battle on the boards. And I feel like the Knicks did not do any of those things. They were a -8 on the glass. They had 17 turnovers, and they didn't move the ball. They only had 9 threes, right? 21 assists, 9 threes. And in this series, the Knicks have been struggling with the threes. Three-point shooting has been a problem. So in my eyes last night, I thought we were going to be looking to feed Grimes. Grimes is the best three-point shooter in the lineup, in my opinion. And so when we need threes, you'd think that we'd feed that guy. And he only had 8 shots last night, averaging 2 shots per quarter. Just not enough. Not enough at all. I thought RJ had a good start to the game. He was getting downhill good, aggressively. That's what we needed. But we let Jimmy get way too comfortable too early. Jimmy had the first 5 points for the Heat, and RJ had the first 5 points for the Knicks, but just not enough. I felt like I said, Jimmy got way too comfortable early on, and we didn't get enough from our key guys. Randall only had 20 points last night, a guy that averages 25, 10, and 4 throughout the season. You got to give us at least that in a playoff game, and we just haven't seen it. I know your ankle obviously been a problem, but if you're going to play, you got to go extra hard to compensate for the hurt. It's just plain and simple. This is playoffs. This is do or die. This is leave it all on the court. And the Knicks just have not been doing that. You know, the lineup change, I definitely didn't think that helped us whatsoever. Going to Hart in the starting lineup and Grimes off the bench. I understand Grimes was coming off an injury, but Grimes was in the starting lineup for a reason. That spacing is needed. The ball movement is needed. The off-ball movement is needed. And not only that, but it gave Hart an opportunity to come off the bench and come into the game with a punch, with some fire that the Knicks need, right? And especially with IQ gone now, that's when I felt like Tibbs felt that he had to go back to that lineup. And in my opinion, you should have just went back to that game 3. Could have been a different story. Should have went back to that, game 2. But it is what it is. There's a lot of things in this series that we wish we could have, went back on, right? The game where Jimmy was out, we definitely should have won that game. We win that game. Now it's 2-2 series. But, everything's 2020 in hindsight, right? So it's tough to look back. But just looking back at last night, Knicks got outworked, plain and simple. They got outworked. The Heat have been the better team pretty much this whole series. And, that's what it is. Knicks needed to steal a couple, that, like I said, that one game that Jimmy didn't play is definitely one that sticks out in my mind. You had to win that game, but that's another piece to it. That just brings up another thought. The bench, the Heat bench have outplayed our bench through and through. And that was definitely an advantage for the Knicks coming into the series. And that was taken right away. So there goes that. Battle on the boards, very important. I thought that Mitch and iHeart were going to really look to dominate Bam in that inside paint area, and that hasn't been the case. A lot of little things. What are you guys thinking? What do you guys see as some areas in this game that the Knicks could have improved on and can still improve on? There's still a chance, right? There's still a chance. The Knicks can win out. They can win the next 3 games and win, in 7 and advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. But it's a tall, daunting task to win 3 in a row. They go back to MSG, sure, but then you got to go back to Miami, and it's going to be tough. So obviously that's what I'm rooting for. But the way that the Knicks have played this series, they don't really give me much confidence to see that through. So we'll see what we got. Knicks are back at MSG tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. for Game 5. And we'll take it from there. That's the morning drive. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are, in the comments below. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm out. Peace.